Hello guys, in today's video we're going to be fitting some coilovers, some new wheels on my pal's T5.1. Yeah, what we got some max peding rod coilovers kindly been sent to us by Max Peding Rods. So what we're going to do is going to open them up and have a look. Alright, let's see what we got. So we've got the two adjuster spanners, two smaller springs which should be for the fronts, that should be a rear spring, another rear spring, that's the adjusters for the back. So that's your adjuster ring there to set the height you want, or if you want to get really low, we'll probably end up taking that out. Let's try and get as low as we can. Yeah, rubber seal. Go on there or underneath. What I'll do with that. And a washer, presume it bolts in somewhere. Yeah, look alright to be fair. Double lock ring, so you lock them two together once you've got the height you want. No bum stops. Bit of branding there. And the last of the kit is rear shocks. Same again, nice new bum stop. Dust cover. Yeah, look alright. Like I say, Max Peding Rods sent these out to us. They've sponsored today's video. So if you'd like a set of these, once you've seen them fitted, go in the link in the description and there's an affiliate link there. Use the code JJA to get yourself some discount on the whole of the website. So that's it, we'll get fitting. Right, these are the wheels Navis picked for his van, 20-inch Navis wheels, and the lads at Navis also supplied the tyres, also sent them fitted already and balanced, which is nice. We are able to get them done. But yeah, we want to try and get the van sitting so it's literally just above the tyre. We don't want much of an arch gap, so we'll send the van in the air, start stripping it down. Well, I think start off by pulling all four wheels off, get them out of the way. I believe Navis actually going to be selling these wheels. Just want to refurb all the lacquers lifted on them. So if you're interested in these, drop us an email and we'll sort it on his behalf for you. Welder first. I'm just going to spray loads of this on all the bolts and on the front. We'll let that soak and we'll crack on with the rear. That's easier to do. Right, just under that one bolt there, there'll be a lot of pressure on that bolt to get it out. So I'm just going to use the transmission jack, take the weight of the spring, and I'll be able to unhook the shock. What you probably have to find is we'll have to do under both sides before we can pull the arms down to get the springs out, because the anti-roll bar holds pressure on it. So you'll be able to undo both sides at once. That's his slow. The hammers mash up. Let's do the other side. Don't have to rush the name. So now I've undone both the shocks. It allows you to move them both. Look, if you look, they're both moving. piston on the anti-roll bar. So don't struggle and try and get one out at a time. Throw the H&R springs on. Stuck in the rubber. I'll do a socket. Right, what we do next? 21mm bolt there, 21mm bolt there. We'll remove both the shockers. Take 21mm. See. Shocker off, 180mm bolt, was a little seized, had to put a bit of heat on the captive nut on the back to get it out. What I'll do, we'll put a bit of copper grease just on that bolt when we put it back in, so if it needs to come out again, we won't be stuck. Just see me belt sander in the bottom of that locator, if that's what you want to call it, just to allow the sleeve for the coilover to go on, because it has like a bit of a lip all around the bottom. So I've just linished that back. Just going to dust a bit of black paint on it, just to protect it from the rusting, and then we'll put the adjuster on. Right, just put the adjuster on. I've took the lock ring off, put the rubber seal on the top, because now it wants to be quite low, so I'm going to see what it sits like with just that on. I've put a bit of grease all around that so it don't rust and seize to that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the shock in place now, put a bit of copper slick on the bolt, so we'll offer the shocker up. If it wants to go in. Going to sit on there for now until we jack it up, because that is a lot shorter than them other springs, isn't it? Right, let's get the other shocker on. Before we tighten it up, always hold it in the position where it's going to be at to bolt it, so that when you do jack the arm up in a minute to put the shock bolt through, you ain't twisting the bush. We just come into our first problem. I just went to put the bolt through there for the original shocker, and obviously it fits through the arm, it's the original one, but it don't fit through the bottom of the shocker. The hole is slightly too small, so I've had to find a different nut and bolt and 2 washers to put it through. We're going to have to try, but if we get any kind of knocking because that bolt's moving in the hub because it's slightly narrower than the old one, we'll have to put the old shockers back on. We'll get some different shockers, but it's solid at the minute. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Any problems, we'll switch it back. But yeah, that's our first problem. Not good. Right, I'm going to start stripping out this leg. I always take the leg out with the hub. So to get the drive shaft nut, drop link, bottom ball joint, shot it in, take the caliper off, and then we'll drop the leg out with the hub, separate them on the floor. Rather than struggling trying to push them down, the drive shaft hits the subframe. He's in a world of headache. So just drop it all together. Speed. Right, drop link stuck. So Allen key in the middle, spanner over the top. And it's off. You'll end up with a sack. Yeah, done. Yeah, done. Fuck, where's my hooks gone? Ah, fuck boulders. Something the matter with these fuck boulders. Nothing around with going. Where's all them little hooks gone? Fuck loads of them. Fucking boss the lot up. Getting nothing done, just this boxy video. My new hammer's dead. I've had to retire the copper persuader and bring out the new one. The copper one's dead, mate. Trouble is these ones are out when you use your hand. On both sides there's a little inspection panel, so you can take it out. It's two T30s. If you have left that one in, just lifted it up, and then I'm going to use the battery wrench and go under that 21mm. I'm now going to split the shocker from the hub, so it's got under these two bolts. Split it a little bit, get it out. Allow it to that one. Rusty. Straight to them. Just use one of the hub spreaders, so you knock it in, turn it 90 degrees, and it just opens up the hub a little bit. I'm just going to get a bit more of this maintenance spray just to lube it up, just try and get it out. Still got a bit of choice in here. One shocker removed. Obviously we'll clean up inside the hub, get the new coilover built up, and we'll get that put into there. Obviously a normal spring diver just under that, because it will just fly off. This has already got H&R lowering springs on, so really it shouldn't be no pressure on. As you can see, your bearings are rusty as well, so we've got some new bearings. Yeah, they don't feel too good. That's all we need off that, I think. Oh, no, we don't need the bearings, we need the aluminium plate. What we've done here, we've got some new rubber top plates, and there's the old one. As you can see, the diameter difference. These are off a T6.1, and it will allow just that extra few mil lower. Yeah, I don't know how much exactly, but you can see it's quite a bit. So that's what we're improving on. And we've got new bearings as well. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to just put a bit of copper grease on the threads there, wind it down to the lowest setting, just nipping them up. Always use your original factory nut. It's different to the one that's supplied with shockers. And that's got to stay there, but because it's lower, it will sit there at the minute. I'm only using the soft end of the hammer. Alright, obviously you've seen us off for the shock into the hub. That's in place. Now I'm just jacking up the bottom arm to get the nut on, tighten that up. Put the tractor end on, brakes on. I'm going to replace the drop links, he wants new ones. And I've got to change the anti-roll bar D bushes as well because they've got plain. So I'm going to do that. Once that's all bolted back together, catch back up. That's that corner all built up. Max PD rods, coilovers, wound all the way down, locked off. Got new Delphi drop links, Delphi D bushes, new top mount bearings, and T6.1 top rubber bushes which are slimmer. So yeah, that corner's all done. I'll just blast the other side out. Next door, you'll see it with the wheels on. All back together now. So what I'm going to do, chuck on the new wheels, lower it down, and we'll see if any adjustments needed. What do you think of the T5.1 on the coilovers and Navis wheels? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget, if you want some Max PD rods, coilovers or anything off the website, link in the description, use code JJA to get yourself some discount. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.